Hey guys, it's Sid from svtperformance.com, and today is bonus day of Bullitt Week. Again, I'd like to start off by thanking Lethal Performance for helping make these videos possible. Without their sponsorship of this kind of stuff, we really wouldn't be able to do it. So if you need some go fast parts, head over to lethalperformance.com, check them out. Give Jared and the guys a call and tell them that you heard about them from svtperformance.com. They've been on there for years and really helped us out with a lot of projects over the years. So I really appreciate them supporting us in producing these videos. But today I want to talk about sort of the future. This is going to be just me unloading my brain on you about where do we go from here, because this Bullitt Mustang is really, really nice. And it always surprises me how Ford can continually keep stepping up the quality, the ride, the power, everything of the Mustang. It really does keep getting better year after year. Like I said in a previous video, this Bullitt really restored my faith in new Mustangs, because I wasn't super crazy about the S550 when it first debuted. In fact, I told everybody, instead of buying a new 2015 Mustang GT, I wish I had bought like a 2013 Boss Laguna Seca or something like that. But this car has really changed my mind. I really like this. If I was seriously shopping for a new Mustang, a Bullitt would be something I would definitely consider. If not, I would really consider getting a new Mustang GT with the performance pack and the Magna ride suspension and all that good stuff. Then of course I'd probably want more power and end up calling Lethal and picking up like a Whipple supercharger or some American racing headers or some tunes or something. I would definitely be looking for go fast parts. As it sits, this car is really impressive power wise, but I'm wondering, where do we go from here? I have my little cheat sheet here with a few questions I wanted to think about and just sort of expound on a little bit. And my first one is, are we close to getting maxed out on the modular architecture? This car is producing 480 horsepower. The GT350 Mustang was doing like 526 out of a 5.2 liter, very highly stressed modular engine. And I'm not sure that there's going to be a whole lot of upside for just naturally aspirated modular power in the future. At least not the way we know it now with the Coyote heads. A few months ago, we covered what we sort of missed out on by Ford designing the flat plane crank GT350 engine. And we went into the details with some behind the scenes guys and engineers in Ford about if they hadn't had to spend all the money on the NVH mitigation of the flat plane crank, what could we have had? And one of the initial ideas with that program was to design a new cylinder head with a new valve train, and it would go to 9,500 RPM. So we could have had a 5 liter or 5.2 liter modular based V8 running 9,500 RPM. So that's still a possibility in the future. Ford could dust off those initial designs and go ahead and produce something like that. So that's one place we could go in the future. Another one to improve performance without having to increase power or stress the engine anymore, or do any kind of crazy engineering or trying to redefine the laws of physics like the flat plane crank and the 5.2 does, is to just reduce the weight. The S550 platform, it's a heavy car, and they keep getting heavier. The new GT500 is probably going to be around 4,000 pounds. And one way to improve performance without having to jack up the horsepower anymore is to cut weight. And on S550, there's a lot of places you can do it. The K-member is still all steel, S-T-E-E-L, steel. We could go to an aluminum K-member, similar to what the Camaro is using. And if you have ever seen the rear suspension on the newer Camaros, all the lower control arms, upper control arms, all that kind of stuff is Swiss cheesed to cut the weight out of it. And S550 really is not like that yet. So Ford has a lot of low-hanging fruit to cut weight on these cars. So that's definitely one place we could go in the future. One place we do know they're going to go is hybridization. And that's really not going to help the weight issue with S550 anymore, because when you add a 200 or 300 pound battery pack plus electric motors, the car is only going to get heavier. Even if the hybrid is only available with, say, the 2.3 EcoBoost, which is a lighter engine, you're still adding a lot of weight with the battery pack and everything that goes along with that. Some of your higher-end manufacturers like Porsche and McLaren have proven that you can add hybridization and add a ton of performance I'm not sure if that's the direction Ford's going to go with their hybrid Mustangs, but it's possible. So who knows, you might see a hybrid GT Mustang producing 1,000 pound-feet of torque through a 10R80. It's possible. So we'll know probably 2 or 3 years from now, we'll probably see more of those. I know I've seen mules testing on the roads in Detroit. And finally, with the hybridization, there's one thing I worry about, and is that the stagnation of V8 performance in the Mustang. Ford has definitely gone away from V8s in the trucks, with the exception of the 7.3 liter Godzilla engine in the Super Duties. But let's say the F-150s, they've sort of shied away from V8 performance in the last few years. And I hope that doesn't happen with Mustang. To me, V8 power in a Mustang is as American and as iconic as anything you could imagine. That's the way these cars are intended to be enjoyed. Like I said, I had a EcoBoost one. SVO Mustangs were fun in their day, but a Mustang is best enjoyed with V8 power. So I'm hoping with the hybrid Mustangs coming out in the future that we're not going to see the stagnation of V8 performance, and Ford not eschewing V8 performance for other, for lack of a better word, high-tech band-aids to make the car feel faster. But that's basically it. This has been Bullitt Week here at SVTP. If you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and head over to svtperformance.com if you want to see more about this Bullitt Mustang we're in. Let me show you just a little bit more of it here. I really like that Bullitt badge. This is a great looking car. But head over to svtperformance.com. You can check out our full review of this car, and head over to Lethal Performance if you need any high performance parts for your Ford. Until next time.